In today's Spiced Rum review, I'm taking on the Duppy Share Spiced Rum. It's been around now a few months. I forget when it was. I think it was like mid-2020 when it came out, actually, to be fair. Haven't got round to it yet. This is kind of my first tasting of it. I only got the bottle a few days ago. I've made the cocktail already. I haven't done the tasting. The kind of cocktail is a little loose riff on a Mango Mojito. Now, with all my Spiced Rum videos, I do shoot them back to front because it's just easier for me, and I can then talk about the cocktail before I show you how to make it, because that's probably the least relevant thing to you. You kind of want to know what it's like, what it mixes well with. I will be doing a live very soon where I kind of go back through some of my older Spiced Rums that I did probably 2019 to kind of bring them up to date and put them on the league table. But the league table will be available in the description below. It's kind of a Google Doc. I found no way of putting it on my website, so it's Google Docs, so go and check this out. So let's quickly tell you a tiny little bit about Duppy Share, this Caribbean Spiced Rum. I've got a little bit of blurb that I've just taken off the website, not too much at all. It's a blend of 2-year-old aged rums from Jamaica and Barbados. It's then spiced with vibrant pineapple, the cola nut and Caribbean island spices. It's an aromatic aged golden rum. Is naturally spiced with ginger, vanilla, cola, grapefruit, pineapple, clove, nutmeg, basil and orange. So that's what's going on there. It's with a lot of spiced rums. There's a little tiny marketing story on the side here. Whenever the run flows and the music plays, the Duppy spirits dance. Possessed by Caribbean rhythms, their bodies contort from creature to creature, a mischievous metamorphosis. This spicier take on the Duppy Share, the rum stolen by Duppy spirits as it's aged in old oak barrels, has been pimped for parties with vibrant pineapple, aromatic cola nut. This is a Duppy Share Spice. Cool, that's a bit of a tongue twister. 37.5% ABV. And as I say, it's Jamaican and Barbados rums. So I've just poured a bit to do the tasting. Just a quick note about a cocktail they put on the back there. Their go-to signature serve, there's a bit of a brown partnership going on here. Basically, it's called the Duppy Share Spiced Ginger Spritz. So Duppy Share Fever Tree ginger ale, and garnished with a wedge of lime. So it's kind of like a spiced and stormy. It's not a dark and stormy. Stormy is ginger beer. But anyway, let's dive into tasting this. Right in the nose, kind of get ginger. I get big rum notes. I get kind of tropical notes. I want to say orange. Orange is kind of like the first thing that comes out of me. I'm not getting too much of the pineapple, but definitely those sort of Caribbean spices. On the taste, I've had a little taste of this already. It's not one of the smoothest rums, I'll be honest. It's a lot drier. There's a good thing going for it for rum lovers. There's no extra, well, there is a bit of sugar added to it, of course there is. But I wouldn't say it's a massively sweet spiced rum. I do believe that those, the spices in there are kind of semi-masking, like a little ethanol kind of burn from that. And the people that drink spiced rums a lot will kind of know what I mean from that. It's a little bit harsh going down, mainly because for me the ginger and the cloves and a bit of nutmeg comes out before the fruit does. It is lovely. It does taste really, really nice. Is it as enjoyable as other kind of like fruitier spiced rums that are going in this category? So maybe like the Havana Cuban spiced. Maybe like the Aldi, what's it called? Aldi Crossbones? I forget what it's called. The tropical that I did. Maybe even like the sort of pineapple passion grenades, and even they're a higher ABV. I've put a 7 down there. I don't think it deserves much more than that, to be honest. It's nice. It's definitely drinkable. I've had better in the whole pineapple sort of spiced kind of category. Right then, this on to see how it plays as a mixer. I've got my standard lineup there. You can see I'm now onto the bigger supermarket bottles of tropical soda for that. So, and I have already tasted these. I'm going to go and I've scored them, and I'm going to go back for a second try just to see whether I agree with myself. So the Coke, I really, really do like that with Coke. That is a very, very easy Coke, rum and Coke. Sort of the cola notes in there. And I do like that. I've given it an 8. I'm tempted to go up to a 9 for that. In fact, I'm going to change it. I'm going to go for a 9. having tasted them all, I think the Coke is definitely my favourite way of drinking this. So the ginger ale, I do love my ginger ales. That for me does nothing. 6. I've given it a 6 out of 10 for that. It's all right. You're not going to dislike it. Is it worth? It's better than a. It's just because I don't like it. It's better than a 5 out of 10. Let's put it like that. So a 6. I'm sticking with a 6. The ginger beer, again for me, it's very much on the similar sort of wavelengths to the ginger ale. It's just got a feistier finish for it. Is it incomparable to the Coke? No, not in the same ballpark with that. So again, I actually gave that a 7. I'm going to bring that down to a 6. So I've gone for 2 6s there. Now I've had to swap the orders around. So Sprite I'm going to do next. The Sprite, and the reason why I've changed it is because the Sprite is not in Coca-Cola's class, but it is better than the gingers for me. So the Sprite I've gone for a 7 for that. Now the tropical soda, I kind of like that. I'm going to do the same trick with this as I did in last week. So I'm just going to add a tiny little bit of sugar. So before I go any further, I've given it, it's got to come down to a 6. It has got to come down to a 6 because it's not as good as the Sprite, which got a 7. I'm just going to add a tiny minuscule bit of sugar, not too much, tiny minuscule amount of sugar, because I think, and I haven't got one to hand, I don't think, but I think that the pineapple soda, kind of like that I have, the old Jamaica pineapple soda, will actually be a damn sight better than that. So that's that fruitier thing. So this is tropical soda with a bit of sweetness. Yeah, see, that's much better. That would score it. That would be up there with the Coke. It's just that tiny little bit of sweetness that lacks, because that's a drier spiced rum. So if you've got that pineapple, I might have to start introducing that and then go back and rescoring them with the sweeter pineapple soda, because that is beautiful. That would score me a 9. But however, as it is, we've gone for a 6 on there. So Ting, I really do like that. That is gorgeous. It's not quite a Coke, and the Coke I gave a 9, and that makes it now fairer because I originally gave it an 8. I say it is better than the rest of those. So the Ting, I have to score an 8 out of 10. Now the coconut water. Love that. Again, Coke is the winner. Coke is my favourite. And again, the reason why I changed that is because that now fits. I've scored that an 8 out of 10. Again, it's definitely better than the 7s. It's not quite as good as the Coke. So that is a strong 8. I really do like that Vita Coco coconut water. Right then, on to the 2 important challenges for me. These are the ones I look forward to, the daiquiri and the rum punch. Again, I keep saying this, the daiquiri is more citrus forward, the punch is more sweet forward. So even though there's sugar and lime, they're kind of flipped around the other way. So the daiquiri is, for me, it's always the rum, lime and demerara. The punch for me is always the rum, the lime, orgeat and honey, and then water, just water. Now, this is really interesting because there's something going on with this, and I don't kind of know why. I've even made the daiquiri again. It's just not working. It's just really not working. And I've begrudgingly given it a 6. And I'm half tempted to go down to a 5, to be honest. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it. It just makes it too... Obviously, you can play about with it and add more sugar, but the whole point is I keep to exactly the same ratio for every single daiquiri that I do, and it's just not working. I'm actually going to go down to a 5 for that. I don't know why. I cannot think for the life of me why that's not working. But by contrast, the rum punch is actually quite nice. Not the best rum punch I've had. If you stuck that on, if you made it yourself, stuck it in a jug and had it out for a party in your back garden, put it on a bar menu, a pub menu, are you going to sell it and make money from it? Yes, you are. It is really, really tasty. It's not the best I've had. I kind of lose the rum, if I'm honest. I really do lose the rum. And this is really surprising for me. And I think that's what it is. I think I've just put my finger on it. That's more citrusy than what I'm used to in a daiquiri, purely because I'm losing the rum. It's the same measurements. So I'm actually going to bring that down as well. I had an 8, I've gone for a 7 in there. And I'm going to have to knock that down, which brings that down to 3 off that. So, wow, yeah. I'm sure I always get the maths wrong. Every single week I get the maths wrong in this. So, versatility-wise, I did give it a 6. I've come down to a 5. That's the lowest score I've given for a versatility, and the punch I've come down to a 7, which means the final score I've given it is 74 out of 110. So that's the lowest, even at the moment, lower than Rockstar Banana Bum. Bearing in mind, I've got to go back and score that with coconut water. So that's going to add, the banana bomb's going to go up. So it's just something really bizarre with that. Do I like it neat? Yeah. Do I like this cocktail? I really do like this cocktail. But now that I think of it, I can't taste the rum in it. So I'm really confused by that. So for me, the best way to drink it is a good rum and coke. I really do like that as a rum and coke, but it's not the best rum and coke I've had in there. Even though I've scored it. Oh, see, this is where my scores are. Is it up there? Do you know what it is? I've given gunpowder proof in previous weeks a 9 out of 10. Is it up there with 2 Swallows salted caramel? Their standard one is a 9 out of 10. It's pleasant. It's a different 9 out of 10. It is. It is. It's just a more kind of fruitier rum and coke, if you like. So yeah, I'm going to stick with a 9 out of 10 for that. But the rest of it, that's really, really bizarre. So I'm going to dive into showing you how to make that cocktail now. Which is actually really nice, but you might just need to up the ratios a little bit. So let me run you through the ingredients for this cocktail. Obviously, it is a very, very slight twist on kind of like a mango mojito, but the recipe I did find in one of my cocktail books, actually, and I'll put the link in the description below. I've completely forgotten. I've forgotten to write it down. But it's kind of, what do they call it? A mango and mint spritzer. Well, of course, it's kind of a mojito for those. So I've got Duppy Share. Obviously, I think the spices in this, the pineapple and the Caribbean notes will go exceptionally well with this. I've got Monin's mango syrup. Of course, you could use mango puree. You could even use mango juice if you wanted to. It's no great drama. Have a little play. I've gone for lemon juice. We've got aromatic bitters. We've got soda, and we've got mint. The recipe that I found in the book was actually kind of I forget what they called it now, but it was kind of like a homemade lemonade blitzed up with mint and kind of syrup thing going on. So this is going to be very, very similar. And obviously the only other addition to a normal mojito would be like the aromatic bitters. Well then, so this cocktail going straight into a glass. No need to shake it. There's no need to muddle it down either, because we're not using fresh limes or fresh lemons. We've just got the juice already juiced. So without further ado, ingredient number 1, I'm going for 60ml, a double bubble of this spiced rum. So 60ml, 2 ounces. The next ingredient I'm going for is some mango syrup. Now this is very much adjust to your own personal taste. I've got plenty of lemon juice going on in here, so I'm actually going to go for 30ml, 1 ounce of mango syrup. Because we want it to be fun. 30ml is going to be lovely for this. Then the next ingredient I'm going for is some of my freshly squeezed lemon juice. Again, it's up to you. Play about. I'm actually going 22.5ml for this. You could go 15. It's up to you. But I'm going 3/4 of an ounce, or close enough to 25ml in the UK. I'm now going to drop my bitters in just before the mint. So I'm going for about a third of a pipette. That'll be the equivalent of like just about 2, maybe 3 small dashes of my bitters there. That'll be perfect. You could use Angostura bitters, of course you can. And then I'm going for my mints. Now I want about, this size mint, if we can see that on the close up there, I'm going for about 8 mint leaves of this. If you've got slightly smaller mints, then go for about 10 to 12. Just pick them off the stalk. That'll do perfect. 4, 5, 6, that'll do. We'll use the whole head there. That can go back for the garnish. Now, actually, a couple more for luck. There we go, perfect. Don't put it in your glass and muddle it. You can do if you're going to be very, very gentle. But the easiest way to do mint is just palm your hand, give it a spank, that'll just release all the aromas. That's all you need to do, and then just pop it in your glass, simply like that. Kind of the final ingredient as well. My general rule of thumb: if you're using cubed ice, use double the amount of soda water to alcohol. So I've done 60 ml, so you do 120 ml. If you're going to use crushed ice is going to melt a lot quicker, so therefore you don't need to dilute it as much. I use a mixture of both, so I'm going to split the difference here. I'm just going for about 75 ml actually. That's kind of what I'm going to do for soda water. So 60, and then we'll do another 15. Yeah, perfect. And that's taking the liquid half full in my glass. Then all I'm going to do is add a bit of ice. I've got 4 decent cubes there. Don't fill it up because we're going to give it a good old stir and you don't want to spill it on the bar. So just a decent amount of ice. Give it a good old stir. Combine all those ingredients, especially the mango syrup. If you've used syrups, you kind of need to stir all that through. Right, and then, oh, that's good. Just to finish off, I've got some crushed ice. We're just going to top up with crushed ice. Makes the drinks look pretty. There we go. Got a sprig of mint. Which one did I save? Sprig of mint, back of your hand. Wake the aromas up. And then I've got, here's one I prepared earlier, little mango kebab. Now, if you want even more spiced rum reviews and recipes, dive into one of the videos and playlists popping up on the screen right there. As always, big old thumbs up if you like the video. And if you don't want to miss any of my future content, make sure you subscribe to the channel.